right, what's going on, everybody? Coach Brian here, and we are with a special guest, representative from Ironman, a gentleman by the name of Eric Atnip. Eric is the race director for this brand new Ironman Illinois Rockford 70.3 event. So we wanted to get him on and just learn a little bit more about how this all came to be. How did we finally get a Ironman race, a 70.3 race here in Illinois? So I am sure a lot of people that will be watching these over the next couple months are excited about this upcoming race, especially for a lot of our athletes around the Chicagoland area. So Eric, tell us a little bit more, like how this came to be. How did we get a race for Illinois here in the Rockford area?
Sure, absolutely. It really started 10 months ago. We put out a request for proposal for cities who were interested in hosting a race, and we had representatives from the state of Illinois that were at that event. They took our request for proposal out to the state and sent it out to the cities in Illinois and said, hey, is anybody interested? Rockford answered the call, per se, reached back out to us and say, hey, we're interested in knowing more. And it's kind of where it started. It's been a 10-month process of making sure that all the infrastructure was here, that we could host the race. But after a lot of long nights, we were able to put together a plan that we think is going to be a real good athlete experience. So we're excited to be in Rockford, and we're excited to be here to put on a new race. And never been in the state of Illinois before, so it's nice to be able to have an event here and hopefully service that Chicagoland area.
Yeah, we are very excited, and thank y'all for doing that. We got a little bit of information on the official presentation and press conference this morning. But for those that may have missed this, that come upon our video here, so tell us a little bit more about how was it working with the local community, the local government here for the Rockford area, also working with government officials and those that work to help create this event from the state of Illinois. Tell us some of the dynamics of that, and how was it with working with them?
It's a community that's embraces sports, and really from the get, it's been they've been asking, what do we need to do to make this successful? There's a culture of sports here in Rockford, and I think that adding this feather to their cap was something that they wanted to do with hosting an Ironman event. To put it shortly, everybody here is a pleasure to work with, and they make what we're doing easy by embracing the sport of triathlon and embracing the event. I have nothing but faith that this is going to be an amazing event.
Great. No, that's awesome. And again, I think for a lot of our athletes, I think we sometimes always take for granted the amount of work it goes into organize and create events such as this, much less like any other events, like whether it's a 5K or now an Ironman here in Rockford. So you said the process started 10 months ago. We're here now. We have an official launch. We press conference this morning. We're all getting the information now. We just saw the email coming out by Ironman that we are ready to go, and the general registration will begin July 1st, I believe. So now we look ahead a year from now. What is your role, and what are the next steps on your end for to help make this event go off without a hitch 1 year from now?
Yeah, so I am the official race director for the event. So I'm going to be planning with the city, with the county, with the state, and making sure our initial plans work. And I think the big thing for everybody listening is we have maps up that are on like, this is our course. Be patient with us because in a year things will change, and we will make little tweaks, and we'll make sure we're getting those out to you. But I think this, at least when you're looking at those maps, this is where we're going. This is the general look. There may be a road that changes here. There may be a slight tweak that happens for the way we have to maneuver through the city because of a project. But realistically, we have a good plan. And over the next year, I'll be working weekly and monthly with all of our first responders, with our city, with our county, to put together and make sure that all the steps that we need to follow to produce this event are happening in a timely manner.
Great. And Eric, lastly, any last pitch to all of our athletes that are within our Chicagoland area, throughout the Midwest, that support all type of triathlon, especially Ironman here. What would be your final pitch to all of these as to why they should come up here to Rockford June 22nd, 2025 to participate in or support and volunteer at Ironman Illinois Rockford 70.3?
I think that everybody needs to get up here and experience the community. I think I spend a lot of time working on the nuts and bolts, the swim and the bike and the run. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal course for all of the athletes who want to come up here and experience it, from the downriver swim in the Rock River, going through Winnebago County on our bike course, and then basically going on both sides of the Rock River to the finish. I think all of those pieces are going to make a unique and amazing experience for the athletes. But I think from why, you should come to Rockford. You should check out what the cool things they have to offer. Meet the community. See how this community comes out and supports this event. Because I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised, not just with the race itself, but with how it's supported. So that's me, how I'd leave it.
Excellent. I think that's wonderful information, wonderful support. Thank you guys for being here, and I'm sure for this entire community, not only just here in Rockford, but also for all of our Midwest athletes that are always excited for a new race, and especially one that can be very easily drivable to, is going to be something that we're all going to get behind and be excited about. Thank you guys for being here. It was a pleasure talking with you today.
Talking to you too.
Great backstory information of what entails creating an event and a race like this. So for all of us that are out there doing these events and doing these races, or that will be participating in this one next year, let's appreciate that. And whenever you see any of those that have come out to support, and all the volunteers and everybody that helps put these races on and makes them as safe and as enjoyable as possible, just thank them and appreciate all that they did for it to get here. But thank you guys, and we look forward to what comes next.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yep.